What? What? Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quarantine Cuisine. Today we are making some meatloaf with a impossible twist. That's right, if you didn't pick up on that hint, we're making meatless meatloaf with impossible foods. Let's go try it out. Alright, so we're just gonna dump the impossible foods packet in here. So I did some research. You're gonna want to cook impossible foods to an internal temperature of 160 degrees. So I'm very excited. It's my first impossible foods that I'm making at home. You see me make, Beyond Burger and stuff like that. Very excited for impossible foods to come out. All right, so we dump the contents in here. We're gonna dump 1 whole onion in there, 4 ounces of white mushrooms, and we're gonna preheat our oven to 350 degrees before anything. Just want to mention that. And then we're gonna add about a quarter cup of breadcrumbs. I like to use minced garlic. I really feel like you get the essence of the garlic. We're gonna use 2.5 teaspoons. 1, 2, and a half. From here, you want 3 eggs just to bind everything up. And if you feel like you use too many eggs, or get too many fucking eggshells in there, you can always use more breadcrumbs. They're not all winners, guys. I'm a home cook, not a chef. Sometimes I get eggshells in this shit. Alright, and always wash your hands. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're gonna hit this with about a tablespoon of Samari soy sauce. Actually, I'm going to use the rest of this bottle, but it might be a tablespoon and a half. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of toasted sesame oil. About a tablespoon. And then you're going to hit it with some thyme. Some ground cumin. Paprika. Some parsley. Some chives. Some adobo. Some onion powder. Dill weed. Longhorn grill seasoning. Go on ahead with some salt. And now it's time to do the messy work. Grind this all up. Right, one thing before I forget, I gotta stop this rolling of shit and add some Worcestershire sauce to it so it has some more flavor. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more breadcrumbs just to soak up the wet gook. So add breadcrumbs as needed so you get a firmer texture. So we're gonna go back to this molding and crap. So we'll see you when it's time to load it up in a pan. Alright guys, so while editing this, full disclosure, I realized I really fucking terribly framed this video, so my apologies on that. I did later on put this in a pan, which you will see me try to do, but it's out of frame, so just trust me. Next step, mold it into a loaf-sized meatloaf in a greased up pan, and then we're going to put that in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. And cook it for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna do our glaze while we wait for that 10 minutes. So we're gonna go to the glaze part of this video. All right, so we're gonna start off making our glaze. So we're gonna start off with some brown sugar. We're going to just do 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. A little bit more. It's a little clumpy. Then we're going to add about a quarter cup of ketchup. And then we're going to add a quarter cup of barbecue sauce. I'm using Carolina Gold barbecue sauce from Trader Joe's. And then we're going to add about a tablespoon or so of Worcestershire sauce, whatever it's called. And then we are going to add half a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Oh, I'm sorry, a half a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. And then we're going to just mix this all up and wait for 10 minutes to be up on the timer. Alrighty guys, voice over Guapo here again. We got a camera woman for the rest of this video, so we're good. We'll be out of frame shots. Alright, so this meatloaf has been cooking for about 10 minutes, which you're going to want to do so when you put the glaze on it and you spread it over, it doesn't really mess up the loaf. So we're going to give it a nice little razzle dazzle. I'm going to pour it on here just to give it an even distribution of glaze. We're going to glaze it all up, and then we're going to put it back in the oven for another 30 minutes on 350. But we'll check it halfway through just to see where we are and see if it's at the 160 degrees and play it by ear. So we're going to pop this bad boy back in the oven and we'll see you in 15. So at the 15-minute mark, I checked the meatloaf. Still wasn't up to par, so I upped the temp up to 400, and so we're going to cook it for 15 minutes on 400 and check it again and see where we're at. So I'll see you when it's time. All right, check it out. Carnivore makes vegetarian meals. Meatloaf edition. All right, so that's pretty good. Let's get that one's pretty firm. Wow, shit. Not only is this my first time making Impossible meatloaf, it's my first time making any kind of meatloaf. So let's see how I did. If I can get it taken out. There we go. Oh shit! It looks legit. What? What? Okay. It smells good. Damn, look at that crust game. Shout out Impossible Foods, couldn't do it without you. Alright, let's get a little bit of everything in here. Onion, mushroom. Whew. Well, I'll be damned. That's a good fucking piece of meatloaf. Wow. Holy shit. Impossible Foods, it's just so good. You know? Like, Beyond Meat is great, but doesn't hold a candle to Impossible Foods. It's that golden barbecue sauce. Really brings the flavor together. But like, just look at the firmness of this. Like, look at that piping hot. Again, guys, cook it to like 160 degrees. What I did, I initially preheated it, 350. Cooked it for 15 minutes. Checked it. I'm sorry. I preheated it to 350 degrees. Cooked it for 10 minutes. Applied the glaze. Cooked it for another 15. Checked it up to temp 400, and then cooked the rest of it for 15 minutes again on 400 degrees. I tried looking on YouTube to find proper methods. Nothing really came out. So hopefully this will be the first one to really give you a dynamic measurement of time and temperature for your meatloaf and Impossible Foods. Well, as long as I guess it reaches 160 degrees, which is what the Impossible CEO said it should be, you should be fine. But that's all for Quarantine Cuisine with Guapo Grande. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And always remember, live grande and be guapo.